When you went back and watched how your team functioned with the big lineup, what did you like about it? What did they need to do better? How ideal were the matchups? What was kind of your overall kind of assessment
Well,
of
I
it?
thought, everyone played well, obviously.
Yeah.
So we were much more efficient. Obviously, it's going to help our interior players. I thought they did a good job of passing the basketball to each other. And I thought our bigs touched the ball more. And but things do get loosened up when you make shots.
Right.
So obviously making 13 threes for us was a big deal, especially in a game like that, of that magnitude, and just how good they are defensively. You're going to have fewer possessions. So I thought everybody played well, and obviously we shot the ball well, and that really helped our interior players.
When you have Travion and Matt on the floor, what do you need to see from those guys?
Well, just to be efficient. Well, it's really for everybody. There's a lot of things that tie into size. People sometimes don't understand the other things that come with it. Transition defense becomes important. You're always in a bad place no matter who you play. When you turn the ball over, you take bad shots. But you're really in a bad spot if you have two guys, because normally they're going to be slower. Normally they're going to be closer to the rim and further away from the other rim when you have to go in the other direction. Ball screen D is a little bit tougher, just because do you have the ability to switch or not switch sometimes. And Matt helps us with that, because Matt's the guy that ends up being a four. He's much better on the perimeter defending and using his length and making people score over him. So, but no, I thought they played well together. I thought they did some really good things. And as long as you can keep the ball out of the paint and keep us out of rotations, I think that's the most important thing in basketball sometimes defensively, is just staying out of those rotations. It's so hard to play against good people in rotations, and now when you're bigger, it's even more important to do that, because now you're anchored. And you would like to think that, with bigger people that are anchored and out of rotations, you could rebound the basketball better.
What was better from them than you saw maybe this summer, basically, when you tried to put them together a little bit more? But in terms of how they played together, what did you see improve?
Quality of play. I think they both played well other night. I think that would be the one thing. The matchup definitely helps. When you go against two 7-footers, you can't forget who you're playing, and I think that matchup definitely helped even them at times, to be frank with you, because if you put a face-up four that can dribble, pass, and shoot, that could break you down, that's going to give them some issues also. They use their length to try to combat that, and you can understand how it can help them, and also you can understand how it can move them around a little bit. So that'll be interesting to see as the season goes on, for them. But no, they both just played well. I think that was, a lot of times people had said that to me in the past, is that hey, you need to try to play those two big guys together, and say, hey, I'm trying to play one of them right now. And a lot of times it'll take away from their strength. But I think Travion and Matt pass the ball well on the offensive end, and then defensively going forward, that will be the question. If we can do that. But you also are trying to establish your bench, and who else do you have that you're going to play going forward. We stayed out of foul trouble, so that helps us. That sometimes can come into play when you get into too many fouls.
Can you assess Northwestern and what you have to be concerned about with them, matchups wise?
Well, obviously they just won a road game. It's like anytime you have guys early in the season, you play somebody. A lot of times they haven't played very many road games, and with that they haven't won those games. And so these guys have been on the neutral court and won. They've been on the road and won. And so I think that's a concern. After someone's already been a little bit battle tested, they really shot the ball well in the last game. They had a guy come off the bench and really play well. Anytime you can get that kind of contribution from them, but I think they're obviously finding themselves offensively, trying to value possessions. I think when they get more possessions, it helps them, because I think they have a lot of guys that are really trying to find their way and kind of fit into those roles like a lot of us are right now. But they run a lot of good stuff, and just trying to stay with their skill and try our best to keep them out of the paint and utilize our matchups against them, not let them utilize their matchups against us. I think that's always the chess part of a game when you go into playing people, especially when you don't have a lot of games, a lot of data to use early in the season.
You stick with the same starting lineup for
I
Sunday?
think we will. Doesn't mean we will, but I think at this moment we will. We have a couple days to practice and watch more film and keep watching stuff, and so that's always difficult because what's the best thing to do to match up to them, or making them match up to you. It can go either way. That's there's never just a definite answer unless you're just superior.
How much did Matt and Travion go back